What's up, guys? So if you didn't know, season 2 of the Proud Family reboot recently dropped on Disney Plus with all 10 episodes at the same time. Now, fans of the show know, just like back in the day, it would have its wacky episodes, but then a mix of episodes focusing on racial, social, and relatable issues. This season, there was talks about an episode on the topic of colorism, and that's what I'm going to be discussing. This episode also reminded me of a personal video I did on my channel about colorism, which really hit home. I'll leave the link down below. It appears in episode 6 titled The End of Innocence, and it's detailed as, when a boy that everyone likes asks Zoe to the dance, the crew has a falling out. Just as a reminder, Zoe is the white, nerdy, and awkward friend of the group. Before I get into the episode, I know it's just a cartoon and some may feel I'm thinking too deep and reaching, but with this series and the team behind it, you come to realize they love to touch on harsh realities just through the medium of animation. They want us to continue these much needed conversations. The producers have even been accused of being colorist towards Dejanay's character, marking her the loud, ratchet, dark-skinned girl. So this should be interesting. Let's begin. The episode starts with Penny flipping through pages of a book talking about an annual ball they throw dressing up as their favorite Disney princesses led by her mother. She then changes tone with the Mean Girls reference to the Burn book.
When everything changed.
And the theme song comes on. And I gotta say, after hearing the new theme song so many times, it really grew on me. We cut to the crew in the cafeteria where Penny learns that teen actor Noah Barker from the popular show Odder Things is transferring to their school. Obviously a play on the Stranger Things franchise.
Noah Barker from Odder Things? Oh, he is so cute!
They all gathered to watch an interview with Noah discussing why he wanted to transfer to a normal school in the first place. He makes mention of wanting to go to the upcoming Valentine's Day dance and has all the girls flustered about picking them as his date.
I'm gonna need a new dress because I know he's picking me.
Keep in mind, both Penny and Dejanay already have boyfriends, but I guess they just don't compare to Noah, who they find more desirable and attractive.
Old school. Boy, bye!
Noah suddenly makes a grand entrance, and I want to key in on how the producers knew to make him light-skinned with lighter eyes and curly hair. As in the black community, that's considered the genetic jackpot to some. Even compared to Kareem and Darius, Penny and Dejanay's boyfriends with darker skin tones. Darius even having lighter eyes himself. Everyone gathers all around him in awe, but he only blows a kiss to the white girl.
I love you too.
He approaches the table with Penny and her friends, and they all take turns jumping in his face trying to get his attention. Just look at the face of disbelief when Dejanay approaches him. He rejects all of them.
Sorry, but I was talking to her.
And goes straight to Zoe to ask her to the dance, which even she has a hard time believing. The rest all look in shock, as they had assumed Noah would be attracted to them the most. Zoe finally accepts, and they walk out leaving everyone confused. Maya brings up even more shock, revealing,
Not really. The way I hear, Noah's only into white girls.
Now, you done pissed me off.
theoretically, in the colorism discussion, girls like Penny and La Cienega would have been favored for having lighter skin in the black and Latino community, being regarded as the prettiest ones compared to Maya and Dejanay. But to take it a step further, it didn't matter how light or pretty they were, they just weren't white. So Noah, their huge crush, just wasn't interested in them at all. Penny is getting her Princess Tiana dress fitted by her mom and has a reek of sadness all over her. She somewhat explains the situation, but still mopes around. She then gets on a video call with the crew and they voice their frustrations about
Noah only dating white girls. Yeah.
Keep in mind, like I said, Dejanay and Penny already have boyfriends. Penny tries to give Noah the benefit of the doubt, but the others are just not falling for it, and Dejanay uninvites Zoe to the princess ball, who she refers to as Becky with the red hair. Zoe suddenly barges into the video call, hearing this, and they all disconnect. Side note, there's a corresponding storyline with Sugar Mama in Vegas, so if you like her character, that's more to look forward to. However, for this video, I'm focusing solely on this main storyline. We cut back to the ball, and everyone comes dressed as their favorite princess.
Ooh, let me guess. Cinderella, the Brandy edition. Hey, Maya!
Another side note, there are really young guys out there who could identify with Michael's character and his androgyny, or you may have come in contact with someone like Michael, and I think it's great they upgraded his character for this reboot.
Work it, Michael!
Penny's boyfriend then visits her with a pizza heart, asking her out to the Valentine's Day dance, which brings Penny back to reality. She already had him as her boyfriend, but she was too lost in her infatuation with Noah to really appreciate him at the time. Zoe again appears out of nowhere as Princess Merida from the Brave movie, which fits her perfectly because she was seen as the outcast. Zoe joins the party and the tension is obviously high. La Cienega then steps up to say,
And he asked her out is because she's white.
and Zoe is in disbelief, causing everyone to start arguing. They try to explain to Zoe how colorist Noah is, but she thinks they're all just jealous.
You're all just jealous that Noah asked me out.
Shut up!
See, Zoe, you just don't get it. I'm out.
Penny even has a breakdown trying to mediate the situation.
Man, this is messed up.
Later on that night in the kitchen, she has a conversation with Sugar Mama about it,
Well, the boy only dates white girls.
and Sugar Mama tells her
You're beautiful. And if that boy can't see that, bump him.
the next day at the dance, they're all still discussing Noah. When Darius and Kareem talk about Noah maybe having a preference, Maya presses them.
Let's go get some punch, Darius.
Yeah, before they start throwing punches at us.
Zoe then comes to tell the group that Noah admitted to only being attracted to her for being white and that she finally broke up with him. And no surprise, Noah is then seen booed up with the same white girl he blew a kiss to in the beginning of the episode, showing how fast he was able to move on and his whole nonchalance about the situation. They all come to their senses and begin to slow dance with their dates. Penny and Dejanay dancing with their boyfriends who were always there the whole time, I must continue to emphasize. And the episode comes to an end. Overall, I think this was very bold of them to create an episode on such a controversial but prevalent topic like colorism, and I really suggest you all watch it in its entirety if you haven't already. This episode spoke to colorism in many aspects, and while I wish it dug a little deeper, I commend them on tackling such an issue. Sad but true to say, something like your race or skin tone can be held against you just for the sake of it. The biggest blow was that this shallow mindset came from the black guy they found the most attractive. For Penny and Dejanay, even more attractive than their own boyfriends, who they acted like didn't even exist soon as Noah came through the door. I really wish we could have saw how that affected Kareem and Darius once they realized Penny and Dejanay disregarded them for Noah's attention. The attention he had no mind to pay them since they weren't his type or preference because of their race. I also wish they dug deeper into Noah's psyche on why he felt that way, that only white girls were worth his time and affection, even as a huge star, which is something that's seen in real life. I told y'all, the creators Bruce Smith and Ralph Farquhar really make this series deeper than a silly cartoon to watch just for fun. It really makes you think about your life and others' experiences. Now I ask, what did you think of this episode? And did you have somewhat similar experiences with colorism when you were in school or just observations of it? Did the storyline do this topic justice? I've already watched the whole season and they have other great episodes which I really recommend. And I want to do a review on, like one in reparations when they find out the racist history of their town and discovering that Penny's little brother BB is on the autistic spectrum. I really recommend watching both seasons if you haven't already. Please leave your thoughts down below and don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching and listening. I'll see y'all in the next video.